There's never a bad time to reduce your expenses. In fact, you should constantly be looking for ways to save money and avoid overspending. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some ways that you can drastically reduce your expenses. Hey guys, it's Fo from MamaAndMoney.com, where I teach you how to make and manage money to become financially free. Now, following major expenses like housing, transportation, and healthcare, there are some top expenses that most families incur each and every month. And that includes food, so your groceries and dining out. It includes entertainment, so that cable bill that you have. And it also includes your utilities and household expenses. So knowing that, I want to share some ways that you can drastically reduce costs in those areas. So the first thing that you can do is switch to generic brands. Now, if you haven't made the switch yet, then I tell you right now is the time to do it. The price difference in name brand items versus generic brands is very obvious, and so you will be able to save a lot of money if you go to your store brand or generic brand. Here's the thing, many of these brands are made at the same manufacturer and they have the same formula, so you're getting essentially the same product in most cases. So you can afford to save some money by switching to the generic brand versus paying more for the name brand. Now, I know this may hurt for some people that are brand loyal, but at the end of the day, if you want to cut your expenses, considering switching to generic brands. The next thing that you can do is meal plan and meal prep. Now, this has been a staple for my family where I go each week and kind of decide what the menu is going to be, and we buy our groceries based on what the meal plan is. Now, in addition to that, I also meal prep. So for instance, I make all of my lunches for the week, and then I also will maybe cut up some of the vegetables and the fruit for the week. What this does is it allows us to have food in the house, or as we will say, there's food in the refrigerator that we can pull from when we get hungry. So we're not going out to eat or getting fast food to meet those hunger cravings that we have. So meal planning, in that you have a menu and you know exactly what you're going to cook this week. So when you go buy groceries, you're only buying those items that you need. And then meal prepping so that you have food available for those times that you get hungry. So you want to have that available so that you're not spending extra money and increasing the money that you're already spending on groceries and dining out. So this is a great way to save money, and it also helps you just from an organizational standpoint and time saving perspective as well. So before I go to the next tip, I want to know, do you meal plan or meal prep, or do you just kind of wing it? Let me know in the comments. Now, speaking of saving time, another way that you can cut expenses while also saving time is to buy in bulk. Now, in the past, I've been kind of iffy about buying in bulk because sometimes if you're buying a lot of items that you don't need, you'll end up wasting, and that means you're wasting money. But if you do have the space, then I definitely encourage you to buy in bulk where it makes sense. So for items like maybe paper towels or even toilet tissue, these are great items to buy in bulk. It allows you to save time because you're not having to constantly go to the store and buy these things when they go out. You can literally buy enough to last you months or even a year if you have the space to store it. Now, it also saves you money because the cost per unit is usually cheaper when it comes to bulk items. So you're able to save money, although you may be paying more upfront. In the long run, you're saving money over time. Now, the great thing about buying in bulk is that when you do have excess, you can actually just have a garage sale and sell it. I had a friend who used to have a stockpile in her garage, and when she had things that she just didn't need anymore, or she had too much of, she just opened up her garage and sell it to her community. So this is the advantage of buying in bulk. Not only do you save money, you save time, but you can also flip it to make money as well. Now, speaking of buying in bulk, this may require that you actually have a club membership. So there are stores where you can buy in bulk, like maybe a Sam's Club or a Costco. These require a membership. Now, I will say that this obviously comes with a cost, but with the savings that you'll gain over the year, you'll more than make that up. So we personally do have a club membership that allows us to buy things in bulk. So again, those paper products like tissue and paper towels, but we also are able to buy some of those snacks for our kids in bulk as well because they go through a lot of them. And so we're able to save money by just buying the bigger containers on a per unit cost. Now, here's the other benefit of having a membership like that is you can also a lot of times save on gas. So with our membership, we're able to get a reduced price on our gas per gallon. So this is an added benefit of having a membership, is that in addition to saving saving on maybe your paper items, your household items, and even some grocery items, you can also save on your gas as well. Now, another way to reduce costs is to regulate your utility usage. Now, I've probably talked about this before in the past, but one way that we're able to keep some of our utility costs down is by regulating usage. Now, a part of this is manual, like we literally turn off the lights in rooms that we are not in. That saves on our electricity bill, but we also leverage an automatic heating and cooling system. So if we're not at the house, then the system goes off. If we're here, it regulates based on what the temperature is outside and keeps it within a certain range. So you can invest in one of those systems to help you regulate your utility so that you're not spending more on your electricity bill, or maybe even your water and whatever bill, your gas bill, you're not paying more than you need to, because you're now regulating those to basically what you need and nothing more. So one of the expenses that I mentioned earlier was entertainment. So this is going out, maybe it's going to the movies, maybe it's going to a concert, maybe it's even buying toys. These are all forms of entertainment that families are spending money on that you can drastically reduce the cost for. Now, obviously we can't control the cost of movies, but what you can do is save on it by actually renting the movies or purchasing the movies digitally at home and watching them at home and making it a great experience. Like, it literally will be cheaper for you to go to the grocery store to buy popcorn than it will be for you to go to the movie theater and buy like $7 a bag. So find some free or cheaper alternatives for entertainment. Go out in your neighborhood, find some festivals to attend. There's always free entertainment within our communities that you just have to simply take advantage of. And last but not least, but I probably think should be number one, is that you want to negotiate your bills. Don't underestimate your ability to negotiate your bills or even transfer service providers to save money. Again, these are all things that we do in our home. Recently, we were able to transition service providers for our internet, and we were able to save a significant amount of money. So don't hesitate to either negotiate or change service providers. Initially, we attempted to negotiate. They couldn't give us a better deal, so we went to someone else who could. Don't be afraid to ask your service provider and to negotiate a lower bill or a lower option. All right, so these were 7 ways that you can drastically reduce your expenses each month. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share. And with that, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.